Hello again, Lady of Time, here for you. Lightning Eagle, Part 5. So, here we are, in this new place, with this guy. He sits down at the table across from you, and you do the same. The seat is slightly cold. Now, there could be magic. I'm not saying there is no possibility. I was raised up on this island. A little youngster told of grand stories, of kids fighting, grown-ups winning, not winning, staying young forever, never ever growing up. To never grow up, things people do. They do grow up. Just very slowly here. We are wild. This whole place. Absolutely. Am I boring you? He pauses and waits for an answer. You say no, and that is actually quite interesting. He proceeds onward. Very well. I tend to ramble. Most of the time I forget I'm even doing it. But yes, back to the main point. You are here for something absolutely phenomenal. Of course, you don't truly know it yet, but soon you'll find it has been your destiny all along. Now, I have a vast collection of crafting tools and weapons that can help you on your journey. The people you're going to meet with are expert crafters, and surely can fight a whole pirate crew blindfolded. I can teach you some of their ways, but the rest lies in your arrival. Here, come with me to the next room and we can begin. He proceeds out of the seat, only to be sent back flying into it. A large gust of air came crashing through the roof, right into his path, sending Jeffrey in his chair face first into the wall. Look up! In the opening, sunlight streamed in as one blinding force, but it was suddenly blocked by a giant face. Not like a human's face, more of a lizard. It gazes into the hole with one of its eyes, and it fills the hole. Jeffrey pulls you behind a chair, so it wouldn't see you. The eye is like an inferno. When you see it looking in, you can feel the heat from its eye. It burns like the sun. It stared into the hole, and seeing nothing, it roared so loud it shook the door full. It turned and moved away, taking giant strides that shook the whole ground. "I was only checking," Jeffrey whispered. "The poor beast lost his clan ages ago, and he's been lost ever since. Talked to him once. He had 8 kids. Heartwarming guy, actually. Sure, that eye's like a fire, but he wouldn't hurt a fly. Maybe on accident, 'cause he's a klutz." Laughing, Harold leads you back to the weapons gallery. You enter a room filled with wooden shelves. It smells like maple trees. The whole room is filled with all sorts of guns of all sorts, bows of all sorts, arrows types, crafted from the smallest of mice to the largest of giants, strung from the finest feathers, oak tree bow structure, finely sharpened arrows. Can't forget leather satchels, swords of all kinds, diamond, steel, iron, bronze. And if you look closely, some are enchanted. Pixie dust, revenge, lust, greed, honor, bravery, love, the most powerful of all. Shields of all sorts, classic axes, knives from the finest thieves, kitchen style, even the kind to fillet mermaids. I know, but mermaids are so beautiful. Well, not when one's trying to drown you. Nasty creatures. Then again, it depends on the girl. Harold continued talking. That old hook never knew a sword from a butter knife. It'll be real easy to fool him. Ever held a sword before? Most people haven't. I see just by the way you're eyeing this place that none of it you have seen until this very second. Well, lucky for your ordeal, I happen to be a superb teacher in, he strikes a pose, the arts. Well, maybe not on a monk level, but I can surely slay a dragon if it best suits me. Right as he said that, the same dragon came in and blew a hot puff in Geoffrey's face. He screamed and jumped so high he got stuck in the dirt. "No need to worry, lad. I'm the least of your troubles," the dragon spoke, telling you, not really him, he already knew. Deep voice and big red eyes. Poke is a problem, though. I've never seen a more brutal pirate in my 2 million years of life. I'm Argonagus, but you can call me Arg. Geoffrey poked his head back. "Didn't you tell me your name was Pix?" Arg said, "It's part of my name. It's rather long. Argonagus Pixi Florentine's Cave. Pix or Arg works the same." Nice little chit-chat. In this realm you unfortunately can't have a significant name, so we will give you the name Newbie, or New Guy or Girl, Dude or Dudette, whichever. Now, on to current matters. We must get to the Lost Boys soon. Who knows when Hook will hit again? Bit of a gamble, really. Jeffrey pulled himself from the dirt ceiling and landed on Arg's back. He was still shaken, but by then he was laughing. "Oh, the good times we had and the ones to come," he exclaimed. He rolled off and landed on his feet. "Come on, Newbie. There's work to be done." And at last training begins. Jeffrey got up and went over to one of the shelves. He flips it over, and it exposes a console of some sort. Buttons are glowing with streaming lights, and he twists one 3 times. He hits the red one 4 times, and pulls the lever down times 5. It creates a series of noises, coos and blows, of all sorts. He then goes on to spin a glowing wheel 8 times, and slam the red button down once. Then everything moved. The other shelves moved to opposite sides, exposing a doorway. It was a tall metal door with a lock. Here's the thing with the lock. It's a series of numbers. In fact, the image of a clock. But the difference was, there are 8 arms on this clock. A mysterious clock, really. Why have 8 arms on one clock? 2 is so much simpler and normal. What could it mean? The frame of the clock is made of wood, but it seems to be getting hotter every second. Jeffrey walks over and places his hand on the frame. It burns and he backs away. He lifts his hand over and places it onto the frame again. He closes his eyes and begins going into a trance. The whole room appears to spin as he raises his head. His hands begin to glow, a neon blue, and it hums ever so slightly, and it echoes around the room. He mutters under his breath, "Keep watching, we're going to do this next." He lowers his head and opens his eyes. They're bright blue, glowing at a blinding pace. Using his hand, he begins moving it in the air, as if moving pieces of the clock. Some little screws in the clock start to arise with his hand and just float away into thin air. He raises his other hand, and it begins to glow as well. This time, it emits a green force field. It shoots into the deepest area of this mysterious clock. He begins turning the hands of the